Detroit Lions Nation, you won't believe the brilliance that took over Sunday. The Lions introduced an innovative play called the Stumble Bum that left everyone speechless, and it ended in a spectacular touchdown. But of course, critics came forward, and Dan Campbell wasn't one to let it slide. And if that's not enough, wait until you hear about Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's fired up for revenge against the 49ers after one of the most painful losses of his career. All this and more in today's video. So, hit that like button so you don't miss a thing, and let's dive in. The Detroit Lions pulled off a brilliant play on Sunday called the Stumble Bum, and it was nothing short of spectacular. The concept came from offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, who found inspiration in a wild moment from last season. Packers quarterback Jordan Love fumbled the snap against the Bears, managed to recover, and threw a long pass. The chaos completely disrupted the defense, and Johnson thought, why not turn this into a weapon? The result? The Stumble Bum was born, executed flawlessly, and ended in a touchdown, against the Bears no less. While many praised the creativity, some so-called experts began to criticize. They argued that the Lions wasted such a play in a meaningless game instead of saving the trick for the playoffs. Lions head coach Dan Campbell wasn't having it. He appeared on 97.1 The Ticket on Christmas Eve morning and had a sharp response. According to Campbell, plays like this are designed for specific opponents in a specific context. When you have these plays in the game plan and the conditions are perfect, you have to use them because there's no guarantee they'll work the following week. If it's for that opponent, you've got to find a way to execute it, Campbell explained. And it makes perfect sense. This play was designed based on what happened against the Bears, so it was meant to be used against the Bears. For those worried that the Lions are already using up all their tricks, relax. Campbell also mentioned that the team has plenty of plays in the pipeline that they haven't been able to use yet due to lack of opportunity. Moreover, this idea was created and tested just last week, meaning there are still plenty of tricks ready for the playoffs. The point is, much of this criticism comes from people who only know 25% of the context and still have to cover 31 other teams. It's a classic case of speaking without knowing the whole story. So, what do you think of the Stumble Bum play? Genius or over the top? Share your thoughts. And speaking of intensity, wait until you hear about Amon-Ra St. Brown and his personal revenge mission against the 49ers. It's spine-tingling. Amon-Ra St. Brown has unfinished business, and the San Francisco 49ers are in his sights. The Lions' wide receiver has always been driven by an insatiable will to win, and after the crushing defeat in last January's NFC Championship, he's more motivated than ever. In that game, the Lions squandered a 24-7 halftime lead and watched the 49ers come back to win 34-31, ending Detroit's dream season in brutal fashion. For St. Brown, the pain of that loss is still fresh. It's one of the toughest of his career. In high school, losing in the CIF during my junior year was a big deal for me. But that NFC Championship? It's right at the top of the worst losses of my life. The way it all unfolded felt like a horror movie, St. Brown said. This year, however, the story is different. The 49ers are already out of playoff contention, meaning the Week 17 matchup is the Lions' only chance to avenge the past. St. Brown is eager for this revenge, and he's not hiding it. On the other hand, head coach Dan Campbell doesn't believe he needs to deliver any fiery speeches to motivate the team against the 49ers. Honestly, I don't think it's necessary to bring it up. We know where we are, and we know exactly who we're facing. Regardless of their record or injuries, this team has a top-tier defense. They pressure the quarterback, attack your offensive line, and force turnovers. On offense, they exploit weaknesses and keep up the pressure until they create explosive plays. They rely on the run game and play action. We have a big challenge ahead of us, said Campbell. The coach is focused on keeping the team grounded. He knows that for the Lions to continue dreaming of the NFC's top seed, they must take care of business against the 49ers. St. Brown might be fueled by the pain of the past, but Campbell believes the team's desire to win is reason enough to go all out. Lions fans, Ben Johnson's creativity and Campbell's leadership show that this team has the right mindset for the playoffs. And St. Brown, he embodies the spirit any team would dream of. Beating the 49ers is crucial to keeping morale high. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss what's next. The future of the Lions looks bright.